This is an 8 News Now breaking news alert.
Remember, while we may disagree, we are not enemies. We're neighbors, we're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we're fellow Americans.
President Biden addressing the nation tonight, urging Americans to unite after yesterday's assassination attempt of Donald Trump. The former president was hurt, 1 man was killed, and 2 others critically injured. The spectator killed in that shooting has been identified as Corey Comparator, a 50-year-old firefighter and father of 2. CBS News also reporting one of those spectators hurt is now in a medically induced coma. Now, this weekend's news no doubt shook our entire nation. Thank you for staying with us tonight at 6:30. I'm Sasha Loftus. The Republican National Convention set to start tomorrow, even after Saturday's assassination attempt, with former President Trump attending. But we're told security will be at an all-time high. Today on social media, Trump said he would not let the shooter prevent him from attending the convention. He arrived in Milwaukee today. RNC delegates and volunteers shocked by the shooting say they will carry on. And President Biden said he ordered the Secret Service to review its RNC security plan.
The Secret Service is working diligently with the Milwaukee Police Department, as well as all of our federal, state, and local partners to ensure a safe and secure convention.
There is increased security outside the White House as well, and the Trump campaign ordered its staff to stay away from the Washington, D.C. and West Palm Beach offices Monday while they review security measures. The attempt on President Trump's life drawing reaction from leaders from around the globe. CBS's Ian Lee takes a look at the response from allies and rivals.
Well, Donald Trump has survived an assassination attempt.
The assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump shocked the world. Reactions came pouring in.
This was an attack on America. It was an attack on democracy.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the attack an appalling crime. On social media, many allies sent their best wishes for a speedy recovery, including leaders of the UK, France, Canada, and Japan. Around the world, politicians have increasingly found themselves in the assassin's crosshairs as extremists look for extreme solutions. In 2022, a gunman shot and killed former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe while he was giving a speech. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico survived an assassination attempt, being shot several times. While President Trump has had a rocky and at times tense relationship with many world leaders, the condemnation of political violence was unanimous, even from America's foes. A spokesman for Xi Jinping said the Chinese leader expressed his sympathies for Trump. And Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov wished Trump a speedy recovery. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Now, early Sunday morning, the FBI named 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks as the shooter in that assassination attempt on former President Trump. As authorities searched his home, those living nearby said they're in total shock.
I mean, total shock. It was, like I said, we've been here a little over 10 years, going on 11 years, and haven't had any incidents of any crime, really, that I can remember. And so the fact that, you know, the guy was less than a mile away, a street away from where you live is kind of crazy.
In other news tonight, a motorcyclist is fighting to survive after a crash in the West Valley. Metro Police say this happened this morning near Buffalo and Alta. An SUV was turning left and pulled in front of that motorcycle, causing the crash, according to police. That motorcyclist was taken to the hospital. The driver of the SUV stayed on scene and did not show signs of impairment. Roads are back open tonight after a police standoff at an apartment on Boulder Highway near Russell. We're told a SWAT team was called in there. You're looking at video from a traffic camera earlier this morning. You can see some traffic on the northbound side of Boulder Highway was blocked for a time, but again, everything's back open now. This is a developing story. Stay with 8 News Now for the latest. Areas of Death Valley National Park do not have power. According to their Facebook page, they say they did in fact pay their power bill. Furnace Creek Visitor Center and Stovepipe Wells Ranger Station are closed due to the extreme heat there. They cannot provide cooling locations and most of their phones are not working. The power is on at hotels, restaurants, and general stores. The power went off around 5 p.m. yesterday during intense winds there. 8 News Now, your local election headquarters. President Joe Biden will be in Las Vegas tomorrow. He's delivering remarks at the NAACP National Convention at Mandalay Bay on Tuesday. The following day, he'll speak at the Unidos U.S. Annual Conference at MGM. And Attorney General Merrick Garland will no longer be visiting Las Vegas tomorrow. This is just into our newsroom. He continues to receive regular briefings regarding the attack at former President Trump's rally. This morning, he met with department personnel and partners from across the government. U.S. Attorney General will stay in Washington, D.C. to closely monitor the investigation. And switching gears to our weather here locally, I'm joined by Mary Jane Bilieza. That cloud cover really made a difference pretty much all weekend, Mary Jane. It felt a lot better out there.
It did. And you know what? We're still seeing a little bit of cloud cover, although conditions are improving right now. Sun has slightly started to come out. Here is a live look coming from our Treasure Island tower cam, where we're starting to see blue skies. Now, the activity that we saw, because we did have thunderstorms earlier this afternoon, wrapped up a little bit quicker. We're seeing temperatures about 106 right now, but we did hit an afternoon high of 110 earlier. Humidity levels have started to come down. We're at 12%. Dew point, it's about 44. Some wind speeds and gusts still a little bit elevated in some parts across the valley, but overall it seems like these thunderstorms are wrapping up for this evening, and temperatures still several degrees above normal, even though it is trending a little bit cooler, so we'll take what we can get right now. Drier air does move in for the work week, so we're trending a little bit drier, but we're still looking at some slight thunderstorm chances as we move throughout the week as well. So what to expect? We're pretty much hovering around 110, 111, and it seems like the first half of your work week remains on the cooler side. We'll rise up a few degrees as we move through Thursday and Friday, so we'll take a full closer look at that forecast in just a bit. Sasha?
Mary Jane, thank you so much. Stay with 8 News Now. Our weather team has been rated most accurate 10 years in a row. You can also always download our free app. The Mirage celebrating its final weekend on the Las Vegas Strip, days before the casino resort officially closes its doors to transform into the Hard Rock. The Mirage opened its doors in 1989, marking the start of our city's mega resort era. 8 News Now reporter Madison Kimbrough joins us live on the Strip tonight with more. Madison.
While Wednesday is the official closing date, tonight is actually the last night that guests can stay here at the Mirage. Really, it's been a constant flow of people going in and out of the casino resort today. Now, for almost 35 years, the Mirage has been a staple on the Strip for those who wanted to feel like they were on an exotic tropical getaway in the desert. From its jungle-like landscape, its one-of-a-kind casino hotel that started the mega resort era in Las Vegas in the late 80s into 90s. Now, I spoke with locals who wanted to experience the Mirage for one last time and how they feel that it's all coming to an end.
I appreciated the Mirage. I loved when it opened that you had to be dressed up to go in, or that you didn't get to go in there. It was amazing. It's still beautiful, and it'll be new to something else.
The 3,000-plus room casino resort will continue to operate as the Mirage until renovations and rebranding begin to turn it into the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. That remodel is expected to take about 3 years, which completion date is by spring of 2027. And the Mirage will host a celebration ceremony in front of the volcano on Wednesday morning, with their doors closing in the early afternoon. And as we mentioned, there has just been an influx of people going in and out of the Mirage today. Very busy day. And then also, if you're looking to get a deal on some merchandise, they still have some at 50 to 75% off. That's going to be inside, so make sure to come on out to get your souvenirs. Sending it back to you, Sasha.
Madison, thank you. Now remember, unlike the Tropicana Las Vegas, the Mirage will not be completely torn down. Most of it will be remodeled and rebranded to fit the Hard Rock's vision. The Freeman Fire burning out of control in Arizona. Coming up next at 6:30, the latest on containment efforts. Plus, get ready for some alternate routes, some traffic tie-ups to watch for this coming week. Mary Jane?
And we're starting to clear out now at the 6:30 hour, but we'll pinpoint where we saw some thunderstorms throughout the valley earlier today, along with your 8-day forecast and what to expect for this work week here on 8 News Now at 6:30. Stay with us here.